Ah, such an icon she is. Only one Kenobi here, only one. This is VC191, Princess Leia Endor. And this is the first Leia Endor figure I've ever opened. And yeah, she looks good, man, and she has that iconic look. When I got her out the packaging just now, and I just have to say that I am opening these on as I go. Literally, I've got a whole stack of figures in here that I have never opened. That's why the quick shots came to a halt, because I hadn't got anything open yet to start doing the reviews. So, but I tell you what, this one's done my absolute head in, because I was absolutely tearing my head out. Which one do I open and which one do I keep carded? And to be honest with you, the card back on this one that I've opened, I have to say, was slightly better than the one that I've kept carded. The difference was this had kind of a wispy, not much like, but kind of wispy scratches on the bubble, whereas this bubble was crystal clear, but there was one tiny blemish which would affect it. I don't know, you can see that right there, and I've not done it, but it's obviously happened in a factory. It's almost like it's been done with a kind of a knife or a sharp object or something, has made that tiny little crease or something there, like a trench. It's nothing, it's tiny, it's barely noticeable, but the bubble is better, so that's why I kept that one. Anyway, so as I say, a classic look for her. Never had a Leia before like this, and I really hope that we get we need a speeder for these figures. It's just like like they used to do. We got a speeder bike in the 80s, and we've got this figure, we've got the actual, what do they call those, scout troopers as well. We've got Luke. They need to give us a speeder bike, and I'm sure they will, surely, next year, 2023, for the 40th anniversary. But when I got her out the packaging just now, she looked great. She didn't have the helmet on either. I'll take that off in a second. You can remove the helmet on this. Look at her watch there as well. That's cool. But she was kind of all tucked in. She's gone to look quite puffy. As in, when they come out the pack, you see all the clothes, the robes, whatever, all kind of like folded nicely together. And now she's sort of puffed out a little bit, but I can tuck her back in, I guess. But she looked really good, as I say, when I looked at her. And you can see those classic blue. It's like she's wearing jeans, Leia, in Return of the Jedi. But when I just took her out, she just looked kind of like a bit more compact. But anyway, she's holding the blaster. There's no wrist articulation, so I'm guessing that this figure is... in fact, you know what? I'm going to go and get those other ones that I've got. Somebody told me that she was a repack or a kit bash of this one here. But I was told that this one had swivel elbows, which would be god-awful if this had that, because they can't be bringing back figures like that. Which obviously they haven't. She's got ball-jointed elbows and stuff, but maybe they've used certain aspects of her, the rest of the body. And I can tell you something, right? Unlike what you could... I didn't tell you this in the Lumat video. Unlike Lumat, right? Not Lumat. What's he called now? Paplu. And a lot of vintage collection figures, right? They have got really shallow peg holes. It's so disappointing. He's got kind of an excuse because he's got such small feet. But I tell you what, he's got a little bit of depth there. They could have drilled a bit deeper with the peg holes. I had to use that blue tack to keep him on this. No way I could get him on it. But Leia, right? Absolutely. I mean, she's usually a problem, Leia figures, because she's got such little feet. But I tell you what, watch this. Straight on the peg. Bang. Look at that. Right on it. Now, there are not many figures in the vintage collection that will let you do that, and it really annoys me. That's the one issue I've got with the current vintage collection. I love it all. I love the fact that they exist and they're doing really well. We're getting good characters, good sculpts. Brilliant. But that is a problem, and I wish they would bloody drill deeper holes, but still. So there she is with her iconic her iconic poncho. Thinking about her blue pants again there. Or trousers. I'm sounding like an American. Let's put this blaster back in her hand, and I'll take this helmet off. I hope she's alright. It's the helmet. They find that on the floor. R2 scanners sense there's no trace of Princess Leia. That little thing from Chewbacca. I'm sure he's actually growls the same pitch as the orchestra is playing. That melancholy sort of tune in the background. But anyway, there she is. She does look better, actually, without the helmet on. Do you see that? It's just a braid set it off. I was going to do this video. I I still haven't got round to doing it. Figures that look better facing away. Now, she would qualify. We'll have a look at the face in a minute, but, you know, again, I think she's struggling, Carrie Fisher, to have a definitive looking figure for her face. You know, Luke has come in and smashed it at long last. They were struggling with Mark Hamill, but they have made 3 cracking figures for Luke. All they need to do is give us a farm boy. It was Yavin, Luke, Stormtrooper, and I think it was the X-Wing pilot. They're all great. But they're struggling with Carrie Fisher. I mean, people see different things, and people have said in the comments how great they rate some certain figures. Like that one over there is not very good, I don't think. That Bespin Escape one, I don't think that's good at all, really. And hopefully when they bring out Bespin Gown, they will update that figure as well. I always used to think that the Hoth Leia, there she is there. See, the face doesn't really look... She looks like a posh English bird. It's a horse rider. Hang on a minute, let's have a look. I used to think this was quite good, but just have to kind of like soft, got the little nose there, I don't know. They're all so different. Anyway, I'm not going to take the poncho off. I'm really sorry. You're going to have to find another reviewer for that. But I'll show you this helmet here. Look at that. Brilliant. Classic Rebel Alliance, that, isn't it? Look at that. Shame Luke's doesn't come off. He's going to be open soon. And here's the card back. I'll show you the back as well. She looks alright. Let's have a look at the face on this one. That looks quite Carrie Fisher-y, doesn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Still a good facial sculpt for a figure so small, I guess. But there she is. Princess Leia Endor. Classic card back. And before I wrap this video up, I'm going to show you the other card backs I have in my walled collection, if that makes sense. I've got 3 in a row, including this one. I am proud to own a vintage 80s. See, there's nothing there of interest. There's that timeline there. That's pretty cool. And then, yeah, there's the other 3. That's that. What I'll show you now is what else I have. I quite like having ones in a row. And it's I've got this one here. You saw that before. Note the font for Return of the Jedi there is not the same as this one here. That one is the classic 80s one, actually. It's funny, this. I actually like the look of the VOTC one. Look at that. It's not a million miles away. However, that font and tone they used for that Return of the Jedi is like, I'm 99.9% sure is the same as what they did for the Phantom Menace font up there. And also maybe Revenge of the Sith. They're thinner. They're sharper. That one, the original one, is slightly more rounded, chunkier, and possibly darker as well. Although that can vary. Prints can vary. Just thought I'd mention that. But anyway, that's the VOTC one there from 2000. Oh, look at that. BOE. Look at that Japanese sticker on the back there. Does that change its value or nah? I don't know, man. Anyway, made in China. Did I say Japanese? Good God. Chinese. Look at that Chinese sticker on the back there. Nice variancy there. And I forgot I even had that. Isn't that amazing? I don't know what year it is. That sticker's right in the way, man. I think it was 2000 and... I think these were 2006 or 7. I can't remember, damn it. And finally, check it out. This is the evidence that they have used for the vintage collection. The correct font, shape and size. There it is. You see? Except there you go. That's evidence again that it's brighter. Back in the 80s, it was a brighter font. It's kind of darker in the modern ones. That's right across the board for all the vintage collection. But there you go. And it's quite funny. This one has got a bright red as well. I'm just talking about the colour tones of the bloody badges here. Anyway, it's been a long day today. So anyway, let's have a look at this figure. It's awesome. That's the classic original one there. Look at that. She looks so cute there, doesn't she? I never had that figure as a kid. As I say, this is my first ever Leia Endor Poncho ever. Never had a Luke poncho either. Not even in the modern line. Anyway, thank you for watching that video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Nice little figure. Lovely card back. You can't beat that. My God. And anyway, I look forward to cracking some more open soon. So do check those videos out and stay subscribed. You know, check the playlist. Check the playlist in the description. There is a link to all this series where I have been going through the entire vintage collection. But thank you very much indeed for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. See how she scales up next to this Ewok. Good God, he's almost as tall as her. Wow. Chunky boy as well. Thank you for watching. Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.